Happy New Year, folks. It's your boy, Gilly Momo here. We need to have a discussion about AI. I keep seeing this crap going around on social media talking about liters of water being used with AI anytime you generate something from AI. Meanwhile, the conversation that's not being had is that AI has been around for 40 years. If you so much as played a video game, right? You've used AI. Mortal Kombat? Yeah, it's AI. All it is lines of code being programmed telling it how to do something. If then that, right? I don't know where y'all are getting that information from because nobody was complaining about these data centers that most notably Google, Facebook, Amazon, Microsoft have built. All your lovely little websites. Everybody's complaining about the data centers, right? You're all complaining about data centers. All they did was add GPUs. Matter of fact, the data centers are significantly smaller now than they were 20 years ago. Now they're just reallocating space. And if you know anything about technology, you notice that the microchips have gotten smaller. You ever hear the term, oh yeah, it's a 22 nanometer, 14 nanometer, 7 nanometer, 5 nanometer? And we're not having the discussion about quantum computing because, that's been a thing for the last 10 years. And I'm just tickled pink at the folks that are spreading that false information. In reality, that is not the case. I think you need to go do your research. And people are telling me, oh, you shouldn't use AI. What you don't know is I'm running that in-house. Because I can, and I've been able to do it. Matter of fact, there's a whole project called Folding at Home that I need everyone to go and check out because that's basically an oversized AI project that's been happening for decades, probably a decade and a half, maybe a little more, give or take. Just go check that out, and then I'm gonna need y'all to go ahead and go look up a computer named Deep Blue, which is the chess supercomputer that IBM made, because IBM's been behind all of this VR, well, not VR, but AI. It's just, the shit is not new. I'm gonna need y'all to wake up, smell the coffee like fucking yesterday, because I'm tired of seeing that shit come across my feed. And it's not that I'm hating on y'all, but if you're gonna say that, I need you to do all your research before you go ahead and share something that somebody else is saying about it, how much water it's using, because the other conversation nobody wants to have, go take a good look at California and their EV movement. We'll see how well that worked out, because they just passed the buck. And you're talking about AI? All right, then, if you don't want to use AI, then stop using Google Maps. Stop using your search engines. Oh, yeah, the self-driving cars. The same guy, matter of fact, this is going to be funny. The same guy that jailbroke the PS3 was the same one that has the self-driving cars. And guess what that requires? Artificial intelligence. It's got to learn, hey, if I do this, I can't do this. Insert code here. Because that's all it is. It's just programming language. And we're just doing it at an insanely fast rate that we could 20 years ago, let alone 10 years ago. And they have mastered it. And you're talking about, oh, don't use AI because the data center. Well, then stop using Facebook, stop using Google, and start going self-hosted. I don't know what else to tell y'all. I'm just, y'all killing me with those. It uses water. You might as well you might as well not use power in your house, because you're using water too. But nobody want to have that conversation. I mean, ready for that conversation. I'm just saying, get your facts straight before you go hauling off spreading false information. And and more specifically, those of you that have reached out to me about my thoughts on AI, I'm like, it's not new. It's been here for 20 years. And if you've played a video game, chances are you probably used AI. I'm just saying, oh, this game's hard because the computer's hard. The computer. Oh, right. That's right. Computer, what equals what? Artificial intelligence. I think we all need to take a step back before we start spreading this misinformation, because that very device in your hand contributed to AI too. But what do I know? You see, there's a lot more to it than, the data centers. Matter of fact, data centers got stopped being built and there's actually, and if you really follow on the news, you would know that there's been a halt with the GPU market right now because of this. So like, oh, we have too many GPUs. Now I'm expecting there's a couple of bubbles that are getting ready to crack and pop, and they're going to pop spectacularly here within, I give it the next 2 quarters. So 6 months from now, mark my words, you'll see. Because right now, the RAM has spiked in price. Obviously, the GPU market's been in upheaval for the last 4 years. There's a lot more to it. And right now, there's a lot of reconsidering on a lot of things involving the AI market, because they're like, oh, snap. Because right now, that's the buzzword. Everybody's all caught up in AI, this, that, and the third. In reality, it's not using near the resources you think it is. But then again, that's what we call distractions from other underlying nefarious things that are going on with everything. Because, money makes you do some silly shit sometimes. But I needed to put this out because y'all been killing me with this mess. And I felt the need, as someone who works in IT, and I'm a pretty well reputable person, those of you that know me and have known me, you want to know the truth. Go do your research, because AI ain't new. So, and if you think it's burning up data centers, then stop, like I said, stop using Facebook, stop using Google, stop using Microsoft. Don't use Amazon. Don't go watching your Netflix, because those algorithms that kind of put things in your favor, it's a little bit AI too. But because it goes, ooh, based on this amount of data, I can infer, which is what AI does. It makes inferences based on data that is presented, which a human brain can do, right? And we all do this, right? Well, it's like speeding. It's like, oh, I've got pull over, that equals bad, so we don't do that again. Wash, rinse, and repeat. And then people have been doing AI for task speed runs. It's not as bad as you think. Y'all are just making it out worse than it really is. And then again, there's folks out there self-hosting AI as well, like myself. So if you come at me with that, please, for the love of God, don't use AI. Well, I'm using it in-house, using my power that I pay for to generate images. Because if you honestly think that I'm living on AI, I'm not. Y'all, there's a lot more of you who are far less tech savvier than me, leaning in on AI. And then anytime any one of you does a Google search, so get at me with that tomfoolery, please. I need that stuff just to stop being spread, because you're wrong, and you need to get your facts right, and you need to do a little research before you start spreading misinformation. And that's coming from a system admin who's been at this for 20 plus years. And if that isn't any ground to stand on, I don't know what else to tell you. Anyway, that's the conversation I wanted to have about AI, because y'all killing me right now. And I gotta put my 2 cents in. I don't say something, then I can't not inform you of the things going on. So, Happy New Year.